So why do we have to prepare ourselves so very well when I always tell that all the wisdom lays within you, that it is actually really in your DNA, programmed in your DNA, how to birth, how to give birth. So firstly, it is because we have not activated this wisdom inside of us. In old times, the mothers have taught their daughters, or you are taught from your grandmother. The woman lineage was the woman wisdom was strong, and it was given from daughter to mother, from mother to daughter, and so on. Yes, it has to do with her story, as you realize. And during this time that the patriarchy rose and took power over women, they started to destroy this old women wisdom. It was also not accurate for women to talk about those things. Everything needed to be done in the dark, in the shadows, hidden. Otherwise, you could have risked your life. It was not possible anymore for women to share this old wisdom, but for sure it was still shared, and in other cultures more than for example in our Western culture. But especially in our Western culture, we really haven't activated this old wisdom that lays within you, this seed that I love to talk about, that is embedded in you, that we just have to learn to activate. So that's the first reason why we have to prepare ourselves a lot for our birth, because this wisdom is not activated yet. But maybe you was already on your journey of awakening, or more like the awakening of the women that you really are, your true essence as a woman. And what it really means to be a woman, a fully embodied woman. But I was already before my pregnancy on this journey. Then that's why it was so clear for me that I will go for a wild pregnancy and a free birth. Then second, the programming from our society. Whoa, it's so huge, women. It's so huge. I mean, when you saw my introduction video to this series, it's what we see in movies, what we hear from other women, what we even hear from our gynecologists is everything that everyone believes that birth is painful. I mean, not everyone, that's clear, but when you look into the mainstream and that what we are consuming, like the Hollywood movies and so on, it's everyone believes that birth is one of the most painfulest experience a woman will ever have in her life. And it's very seldom that you have a different picture about it, or that we have even a lot from our mothers. They say, it was so painful to bring you to this earth, or you teared my whole yoni, really mothers say this to their children, and it's seldom that women, they are always women who have a beautiful birth, even in a hospital environment. As my own mother, I was very blessed with that. It was not fully without interventions. They also did things on her, but she herself, she always said she had beautiful births. And this programmed me a lot and gave a very good counter push to the mainstream media, what they told us. But I always thought, my mother, she's very strong in taking pain, because every human being has a different pain level. And why that is so, you learn in my online course. There I have especially a section how to heighten your pain level. Actually, it's possible. So we are programmed since we are small. It lays deeply within us that we have this certain picture about birth. And everything that you believe to be true, you will experience. That's not just a theory. It is really, it is a fact. And if you want to dive deeper into this theme, I really recommend DR.JOE Dispenza. He's an icon on this area. You know maybe about the placebo effect. You can also do your own research about this, or you come to my online course where I will talk more about this explicitly. And then the third reason is very simple, because we are not there anymore at birth. We are not there when our siblings get born. We are not there when our sister give birth. We are not there in communities like in the past days, or in certain cultures are still existing, that the women come together and support the woman who gives birth to her condition. We don't attend birth anymore. It's not, it doesn't belong to women anymore. That's actually what we want to reclaim, that birth really belongs to women again, back into women's hand. So imagine if you would have been there when since a child on birth, when you would have experienced already a lot of births, and and then comes your time and you are about to give birth. Imagine how much more sure you would be about yourself and how much more you would be empowered, because you already witnessed so many other births. So for my view, these are the three main reasons why we have to prepare very well ourselves. Especially, if you want to have an empowered birth, self-empowered birth. So I really used this past, now I'm in the 8th month, and I will continue till the end to reprogram myself. Really deeply reprogram, because you have to think of your brain as a computer, and you get programmed. Since you are small, you get programmed with different programs that you're consuming through society, through your parents, through your because of your country, and all these reasons why you think the way and why you believe the way things are, that you believe to be true. That's your so-called belief system. And then when you start your consciousness journey, you start to question your whole belief system. Everything that you believe, you start to question. This is, I would say, a beautiful, beautiful journey that you can go to more self-awakened, to become more self-awake, to become more your true self. So yeah, because I knew that these beliefs sit very deep inside of me, and those beliefs around birth have been all fear-based. So I worked through my fears. I started to vision the birth that I really want. I did a lot of research, because for me knowledge is very important. This varies from woman to woman. For me it was very important, so I did a huge research, and that's why I also put out my online course. I did from the beginning meditations. I did from the beginning visualizations. I started to dive from the beginning into my fears and looked at them and started to rewrite them. I started to train my intuition. I started to awaken so much more my woman wisdom inside of me, and a few things more. It's so important that the more you have to be very honest with yourself. How much are you programmed? How much are you programmed? Are you very, very fearful, or is it kind of okay? And you have to be honest with yourself. Where are you standing? And then you do the work that you need. But really, I believe without this work, going really deep into reprogramming your whole system, actually, you also start to reprogram through your mind and your body, because your mind goes first and then your body follows, because you are the greatest programmer of your own brain. It's really, you hold the power. Your brain listens to no one that much as it does to your own voice, to your own programming. So be aware of your thoughts and aware of your words. Yes, and this is the way that I have gone so far. And I have really, from my perspective, I have done what I could do. It's also on one point there is, yeah, you have done what you could do, and at the end, its birth is unpredictable. I have no idea. I have a very strong vision with everything around my birth, but if I will be able to walk this way, then I don't know, because birth stays a mystery and stays unpredictable. And yeah, there is so much one can do, and then you also have to let go. Anyway, one of the biggest things is to surrender. And yeah, the challenge will be if the birth is not going the way you envision, especially when you work like 9 months like crazy on this, that you are still able then to surrender yourself in the new situation. That's how I see it. And yeah, so thank you for listening. If you have some more questions, please leave me a question down there in the comments. I love to communicate and to help you maybe with something. And hit the like button. And please, women, really, I always, if it speaks to your heart, if it speaks to your womb space, share it, because it is so important that we women get this knowledge back. Please share. We women are rising at the moment. Yeah, we have to learn to support each other again. So yeah, so thank you for listening, and I hope to see you in another video.